This is the most filthy anime of all time.
Oh, dude, you're drinking. Oh! What the?
The lewdness and outrageous nature of this show are legendary, and you know what? This anime actually changed my life. I went on a journey to find the lewdest anime of all time, just for science, of course. I watched so many ecchi anime. We got High School DxD, To Love Ru, Kiss Sis, The Testament of Sister New Devil, you name it, I saw it. My eyes were blasted with so much anime booba, my ears subjected to endless lewd jokes. I was living on a diet of the dirtiest anime I could find, and then I finally found it. This one show changed me, man. I went into this anime a boy and emerged from it a man. I had found peak. I had found Prison School. Prison School was different. It wasn't just an action series with fan service thrown in or a comedy anime that just threw in some ecchi scenes. The lewd and ecchi nature of Prison School was its entire plot. Every single thing in this series is about boobs, butts, and all kinds of naughty stuff, and it's all done in the most extreme way imaginable. Only a few people can handle what Prison School has to offer, and if you are one of them, then my friend, I salute you. So let's talk premise, because this one is a banger. Just outside Tokyo, there's a fancy school called Hachimitsu Private Academy. It's only for girls and it's really strict. But things are about to change. Now, boys can go to this school. And at the start of the school year, only 5 boys get in, which gives us a ratio of 200 girls for every 1 boy. And I know you're thinking, ugh, how original. And yeah, this every boy's wet dream setting is a typical trope for an ecchi show, but I promise you this is the first and last of the classic cliches. There are no harems, no dumbass protagonists, and no token lollies. These lucky lads are Kiyoshi, Gokuto, Shingo, Andre, and Joe. And we'll get onto art style later, but what the F is Andre's character design? I mean, this guy either relentlessly smashed himself in the face with an ugly stick, was raised in an area with high radiation, or has parents that are all sorts of related, because he is one ugly mother. So try as they may, the lads don't get a chance to say hi to the girls before they're ignored. Since they can't talk to the girls, they set out on a devious mission. Yes, peeping on the girls in the bathroom. And I gotta say, this whole scene is true peak. I've never laughed so damn hard, and it sets the entire tone of the series perfectly. This mission, unsurprisingly, ends in total failure as the lads are caught by the infamous underground student council, who take the boys' freedom from them by throwing them in the school's prison with a month's sentence as punishment. And this is where the true story begins, the tale of the boys' harsh life in prison, where friendship and brotherhood are tested to the max. This prison is pervertedly brutal. They are beaten dominatrix style, spat on, and treated like complete trash. But in reality, this is heaven for some of the lads. And I admit that I myself am a bit of a hopeless degenerate. I'm not against being stepped on from time to time, but there are levels, man. Some of the that goes down in these episodes, mate, they'd completely break me. Now, one of the things I loved the most about this filth was the bunch of misfits that you follow through the series. These boys are the weirdest group you'll come across, but they're real. This squad ain't cool, ain't popular, they're losers, but they're still your boys, man. Kyoshi is the main character in the series, and though he simps for the cute girl, he steps up when it counts and drops pure riz when his back is up against the wall. Of the 5 lads, he is the one who keeps his desires under control, but he has that fire in him to do the most shocking things, and when he does, it's the most outrageous and legendary that I have ever seen, especially when it involves Hana, but don't worry, we will get to her in a bit, trust. So basically with Kiyoshi, he does everything for Chio, that girl that he likes. He'll dress like a girl, do crazy things to get out of trouble, and even gave up his first kiss just to stay in the same school as her. And you can't help but admire him, man. Then you've got Gakuto, and honestly, this guy turned out to be way more legendary than I first thought. He's the brains of the group, you know, when there's a plan to be made, Gakuto is the one to do it. And I'll admit, some of the best moments in the series involve this guy. He is your proper ride or die dude and will put everything on the line for his bros. And trust me, everything, bro. Now, the other lads are cool and definitely have their moments. I'm sure they're fleshed out way more in the manga, but in the anime, Kyoshi and Gakuto are the ones that steal the show. We, of course, have to talk about the girls in the Underground Student Council. They're what you're here for, right? The most eye-catching one is Vice President Mako, the poster girl for Prison School, and you can't miss her, especially because of, well, I was gonna say that she's like the queen of fanservice, but honestly, this anime laughs in the face of fanservice. In fact, all fanservice you have seen until this anime, well, it's basically the equivalent of cute drawings of anime girls. Because when this chick is around, bruh, you see everything. Literally. Now, I can't believe I'm going to admit this to you, and I'm sure I'm going to get judged harshly for this, but I actually best girled Hana in this anime.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I know. She's super aggressive and gets mad a lot, but there's something about her that I just really like. Maybe it's because she's so innocent when it comes to all the lewd stuff that happens with Kyoshi. It's like she's different around him, and I think that's cool. And I gotta say, you know, even though Hana's not as flashy as Mako, and I do like the boob bump, I just found it hot when she was mad angry, and just as hot when she was flustered and embarrassed. What's wrong with me? Now, I do know that she is voiced in the dub by Alexis Tipton, who also voices Kurumi Tokisaki in Data Live. Those familiar with me and the channel will know that I am among the biggest Kurumi simps in the entire world, so maybe that's why I'm into Hana too. So what gives Prison School the title of the lewdest anime of like all time? Well, I mean, Prison School is super lewd, like top tier lewd. Everything about it screams lewdness. The story, yeah, lewd. The characters, totally lewd. Even the jokes, you guessed it, lewd. This anime doesn't shy away from being naughty. It's all about celebrating the ecchi side of things. Instead of just adding a bit of fan service here and there, Prison School dives headfirst straight into the lewdness. It explores all the dirty stuff, from the sexy bits to the super gross stuff too. And let me tell you, it's a masterpiece in this category. This anime doesn't give you a chance to catch your breath. It's full on ecchi from start to finish, and it will change you. Trust me on that. And let me tell you, mate, the art in both the anime and manga, ooh, amazing. Not just the naughty stuff, but the extreme detail in the funny faces make the comedy hit like a freaking volcano straight to your face. I feel like a really wild, ecchi anime needs to surprise you. It needs to make you shocked that an anime can't actually get away with airing this. It needs to make you question if you're actually watching a H anime. And it definitely needs to make you check that you've got your browser history locked. Kinda just like this anime did, so make sure you check out this video where I covered the most lewd anime of 2024, and trust me, this anime went hard.